I'm back at it, you all. It feels so good to put another video out. This is your boy Justin Norm, and in Cakewalk Sonar, this is the free tier version. Many of you all have mixed emotions about it, and you are not quite sure if you want to use this particular version. I understand why. It started off great. They announced that it was free, and then it seems like as they keep updating, they keep restricting some things or taking some things away. But one advantage that they have brought that even the free version has this opportunity is to use internal sounds or loops or packs that are included now right within the DAW. I think this is a trend that's going on with many DAWs right now, where they're actually starting to embed internal sounds, and not just like the sound, you know, where you got your like VST instruments, but the actual audio sounds, loops, you know, samples, etc., right inside the DAW. And this makes it so much easier for you to get started. If you're a person that's not really a musician, you don't really know how to play an instrument, you can get in here, chop some things up, or just put a sample in there. Most of these are, I believe, now don't quote me on that, they are royalty free. And if you get the membership, then of course you get access to all the free sounds. But we're talking about the free version because we want everything to stay free. So I started making this track. Now, mind you, I have not gotten in Cakewalk. I haven't gotten in any DAW for probably 50 or 60 days. School started back, and it really takes a lot out of me, and I have just kind of really getting over sickness, been having a bad cold that seemed like it was never ending, and lost my voice, and then got my voice back, and then started having a sore throat. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff going on, and I've just been busy, gigging a lot, just gigging like every week, like more than I normally would. So I don't want you to feel like I neglected the channel, but I had neglected it for the most part. And it was like pulling at my heart because I really wanted to post and wanted to do things, but it was just like, you know, I got to take care of myself. I got to take care of my family first. So this video, I hope is helpful for you. And if you feel like by the end of it, you want to subscribe to the channel, great, do that. So I started this project in Cakewalk Sonar and using the samples. Now, if you don't know how to access that, let me show you how. Press B and it'll bring up your browser. You'll see it on the right side, or you may have yours on the left side, depending on how you have your computer set up. I mean, your DAW set up. So yeah, so you click at the top, you'll see all these options: browse media, browse for plugins, sounds, and this is where you go to sounds. And once you have everything updated, you should see this option. Can I drag this over some? Yeah, that's even better. So you can see it even better. Ooh, that's real big now. Awesome. Okay. And then here it says sounds. There's free, and then there's all. Okay. And you want to just make sure you click on the free ones so you can see what is free. And you can do packs, or you can do loops, or you can do shots. Okay. So one shots. Okay. So now down here, you should be able to see the actual play button right here. So you, if it's playing, you can just stop it. One thing I got to make sure I do better is that a lot of times I'll look at this screen, and I got OBS, and I got these little kind of pre-scenes that I can call up to make everything look a little bit more easier for me to edit. But sometimes I forget that sometimes you all can't see everything. So please let me know in the comments if you had any issues, like you kept talking, but you know, you only show 1/3 of your screen. So we got bass, we got bass guitar, we got beats, we got brass. So if I was looking for a guitar, I can click on guitar, and okay, these are one shots, and I might go to loops and see what we got here. Okay, it's still set on whatever. So now you gotta go. So once you click on loops, you gotta go back to instruments and then press guitar again. So that's nice. Okay, you can't change the genres: trap, rock, rhythmic, orchestra, pop. Let's hear what pop sounds like. That's hot. Okay, so, and this is free. And then if you click on all, then you'll start seeing more of the other ones that are provided. I have not even really got into it, you all. I just literally, like, for the first time I think a few weeks ago, I just got in here and just found a sample that I liked and just put it down. And so I came up with this little dark trap beat. Okay, there's no EQ or anything on it, just the beat itself. And if I wanted to use it just like that, I can fatten it up, you know, put some EQ, probably put some compression on it, something to really make it sound bigger. Or I might just keep that as a loop and I might put other drums on top of it. So, but for now I'm leaving it like it is. And then I found this piano, which is really nice, but I actually did add M phaser on it. So let me switch to that so you can see that. Yeah, so on this piano track, I added the M phaser, which is free with Melda Production. There's something similar to this on Cakewalk Sonar, so I could have used that too as well. It's kind of like one of those things where I just clicked the plug in and just said, let me play around with it and see if I can get it to sound a little different. This is without it on. Okay, disable it. And let's just solo the piano. Okay, so and that's a sample that I just took right here, free to use. Now, of course, I'm a pianist, so I could have came up with something like that myself easily, and I am used to being able to play my own production and stuff like that. But it's always helpful to just find inspiration quickly. Like I said, you can use it directly like that, or you can chop it up and make it into something else. I added the phaser, and this is what it sounds like with the phaser. Okay, it just kind of gives it a little bit more grit, a little saturation. It's kind of like a tremolo effect too as well on there, and I really did like that. So and then I clicked on the X sampler, and which comes with, oh, hopefully it still comes with Sonar free. I'm like, the way you all keep saying things are disappearing, but I haven't had that option because I haven't had that issue because it's like once you upgrade or once you download the free version, I guess it stays the same. If you already had the instruments on there, then you should have access to them. But if you didn't have the instruments on your computer already, then that's probably why you can't get them anymore. I don't know. But I'm hoping they don't keep changing things. This really made a big difference for them adding this, so I'm grateful for that. So I added a sample and adjusted, attack, decay, sustain a little bit, made it mono, etc. And yeah, this is what I came up with. But anyway, let's hear what that sounds like. Solo that. And you can see when I adjust that attack, it kind of eases in. It leaves a lot of space for my kick drum. That's a little trick you can do, is just raise the attack on your sub. So you don't really hear the click of it. You just kind of hear the actual oomph that comes. And then you put it together. Yeah, okay. And then that's pretty much the sample. And then if I want to, I can create a arranger of this. And I can just drag from here, arranger track. If you're not sure how to do that, click on arranger on the left side. And then just highlight wherever you want it to stop. 8.4, I guess I'm stopping it at about 9, I think. And then if I did this correctly, I can just hold control section and just drag it over. My little mouse is almost giving up. Let's see what that sounds like. Yep, easy peasy. You can actually click on it and duplicate it too as well and do it that way. And so that gives me a little wiggle room to play with it. Now, it did also copy all of my markers. Whenever you add a sample directly to the timeline, it also creates a marker for it. So, and I can go back and delete that. So to the right over here, see marker. All right. And then I'll see all these markers right here. But there's an actual marker view. So if you go to views to the left at the top, go to markers. And then I can go to all of these and delete them because I don't really need the markers. And then they're gone. And so that just makes it a little more clean at the top. And then I can go through, and if I want to name these sections, I can put section type. Like I can say this is the intro, you know, or whatever. I don't know. And let's see, I can say that's the intro. I can say this is a verse, you know, and I can say this is a verse. And then I can say this is a chorus. And maybe I want to change the color for this verse, or maybe I change the color for this verse, and I'll make it that color. Okay. And so that gives me something to play with. Now, what I would probably suggest doing is taking this actual track and bouncing it to track. And that, you know, right now it's just bouncing the actual sound. And then I can always copy it or paste it again. Reason why I do this is because sometimes when you're working with a sampler, sometimes it may do some weird things, like it may get off. So I bounce the clip. That's one thing you may want to do. Or I might actually freeze this and kind of like render it to a new track. I find that when you work with audio, things work a little better, especially in DAWs. It just seems like, you know, if you get a lot of MIDI tracks, it's like the MIDI is great, but it can get off it sometimes. And it's like once you get to audio, then it just kind of compresses not compress, but just puts everything into that one file. And now the computer has less to think about. It's easier for a computer to read audio than it is to read data, like or MIDI, because now it's got to remember, oh, you had the velocity at this level. Oh, you were using this sound. Oh, okay, you adjusted the effects this way. It's like when you render it to an audio track, it doesn't read like data anymore. Well, it's audio data basically, but I'm gonna keep it this way for now because it seems like it's okay. But if you ever notice that, like some reason your MIDI track is a little glitchy, or it seems like it's slightly off, or the sound is changing more, like sometimes you play it, it sounds real good, and it might change a little bit. Sometimes it's not always a DAW. Sometimes it may be that it needs to be rendered or it needs to be bounced to clips is what we call it. The first part. And then after that, if you're still having issues, render it to an audio. And you might say, oh, how do you do that? Okay, we'll just click on this little asterisk and then it'll say freeze. And it's going to make it an audio. And then what I would do is I would just take that audio, copy it to another track, and then I would unfreeze this. And now, like I can archive this or mute it, and I've got that track down here. How do you archive a track? Just click on it. Right click on it. MSR. Which stands for mute solo record, MSR, and then go to archive. Okay. And then, you know, you can even hide it if you want to. Like, you can right click and go to hide track. I'm not gonna worry about doing that, but I might move this one up, you know, and then I might minimize this. Okay. And you would notice that I have to cut this little tail end off. And then, yeah, if I need to copy it again, like I said, it'll just highlight that part, and then I can copy it if I need more. Okay. while I really don't really feel like recording any vocals, I'm going to demonstrate something anyway, just for the sake of this video. So create an audio track, Control T. Make sure it's set to whatever your input is on your audio interface, or if you're using internal sound, it might be left and right, or left or right. On here, I'm using input 1. Okay. Oops, I clicked on input 2. That's not what I meant to do. All right, input 1. Oh, I turned the effects on my actual mixer. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, it never seems. And when I turn my face to the other side of the room, I don't see you. And it seems every argument that we had, I wish I had the enough to tell you when enough is enough. So I don't feel that we'll ever get back together, but it's true. I know you want me to love you, love you, love you. It's true. Love you. I know you want me to love you, yeah, but I just can't do it. I don't know how to. When I went through it, even my voice was hurt. I didn't know what to say, but I had to look back and knew that I knew my way. Had to get something clear in my mind, and I felt like it was all the right time. All right, anyway, and my voice was tired as I don't know what. Mixer. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. It never seems. And when I turn my face to the other side of the room, I don't see you. And it seems every argument that we had, I wish I had the enough to tell you when enough is enough. So I don't feel. Mixer. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. It never seems. And when I turn my face to the other side of the room, I don't see you. And it seems every argument that we had, I wish I had the enough to tell you when enough is enough. So I don't feel that we'll ever get back together, but it's true. I know you want me to love you, love you, love you. It's true. Love you. I know you want me to love you, yeah, but I just can't do it. I don't know how to. When I went through it, even my voice was hurt. I didn't know what to say, but I had to look back and knew that I knew my way. Had to get something clear in my mind, and I felt like it was all the right time. All right, now this is not my best vocal take, but it just gets an idea of, you know, how I can go about trying to mix it real quick and do some things. I know there was some times where I really wasn't talking and you were just kind of listening to what I'm doing, but still a great DAW. Really love this DAW. And I mean, most of my projects that I've done, everything has been within Cakewalk. So, and I still got plenty of songs and projects that I have not finished, but I'm also working in other DAWs. So if you all have any questions, well, a lot of you have questions. You can submit more questions, and hopefully, eventually, I will actually get to making the videos to go with your comments. But for now, that's all I have. You all, it's time to go to bed. It's just a norm. Subscribe. Peace.